The Georgia State Board is investigating allegations of voter intimidation.
Now, this involves Trenton's police chief and the police commissioner. In November, several people walked into the Dade County Administrative Building to cast their votes.
However, a specific group sparked controversy. And we're going to go back to Sierra Rucker for this story. Sierra.
David, Cindy, now what sounded like a harmless free ride to go vote turned into an investigation by the state involving bribery, alcohol, and potential threats to students. Tommy Bradford, the Dade County Sheriff's Office chief deputy, tells me they were made aware of the incident through social media.
Online, multiple accusations were made that a group of Southeast Lineman Training Center students were bribed with alcohol for their vote. This accusation was made by Trenton Police Commissioner Mike Norris, whose seat was up for election. Tommy Bradford with the Dade County Sheriff's Office told me he spoke to a number of students. It began when Ryan Faircloth, member of the Downtown Development Authority Board, provided free rides to student voters. On November 4th, a group of SLTC students were taken to the Dade County Administrative Building to cast their vote. Bradford tells me when students walked out after voting, a person had a phone pointed towards them. The students asked the person not to be recorded and then began making hand gestures. The man called the students over, and as they got closer, they recognized the man had a badge, later identified as Trenton Police Chief Steve Bodwin. Bradford tells me Chief Bodwin was in an unmarked car and told students they would be charged with disorderly conduct for, quote, giving him the security footage obtained by Local 3 shows the series of events. At 5 p.m., the students can be seen coming out of the voting center. At 5:03, you can see Trenton Police Chief Steve Bodwin pull up in an unmarked truck, and he appears to have his phone facing the students. At the same time, you can see the students reacting, eventually giving a thumbs-up signal, except for one in the back. It is also not illegal to show a law enforcement officer a middle finger. The Supreme Court decided it as a freedom of speech. At 5:04, Chief Bodwin motions for the students to come over to make their way towards the truck. Chief Bodwin speaks with the students for about 2 minutes and 10 seconds, and the students walk away. At 5:11, the students get into the van provided by Ryan Faircloth and leave. Chief Bodwin sits there for over 20 minutes. At 5:32, Mike Norris pulls up and gets into the chief's truck. At 5:35, Norris and another gentleman can be seen walking back to their vehicle, and all parties leave. Bradford asked the students if they received anything for voting. The students responded with all they received was a free ride. However, a SLTC instructor told detectives they overheard students say they did receive alcohol. I reached out to Ryan Faircloth. He tells me the allegations he supplied alcohol in connection with voter activity is false. I attempted to reach out to Norris and Chief Bodwin multiple times. They have not responded.
And while the Georgia Secretary of State's office confirmed there is an open investigation into this case, they cannot provide details, including the reports and those interviews, until the investigation is complete. You can read Faircloth's full statement inside of our app. David.
Sierra.